Hi everyone, I'm Claudia and welcome to Eat Color with Claudia. Today we're making the ultimate comfort food recipe, chicken and dumplings. It's creamy, hearty, and packed with lots of cozy flavor. I'm going to share with you some shortcuts on how to prepare this dish so that you can get it on your dinner table in record time. And I also want to share some tips on how to maximize the flavors. Let's begin with shortcut number 1. Find a rotisserie chicken that you love from the grocery store. And I happen to love Sprouts because there's no antibiotics, hormones, or steroids in this thing ever. You really probably only need one chicken, but for some reason, I went there today and these chickens are so tiny that I thought I'd better get 2 just in case because we need 3 cups shredded. We'll also need a medium onion, 3 celeries, 3 carrots, 3 garlic cloves, 2 containers of chicken broth, a few things of herbs, white wine, a little bit of flour, and cream. And then we'll just need a couple of staple ingredients from the pantry and the fridge to make those dumplings from scratch. Let's begin by getting our vegetables chopped up. There's no hard rule on how big or how small to chop your vegetables, but I do like my onions on the smaller side. When it comes to the carrots, the celery, I like to chop them into 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch pieces. Now let's prep the chicken and listen closely because here lies the many tricks. The first thing we want to do is reserve the juice. Whether your chicken comes in a plastic bin or these bags, try and reserve all the juice. The juice in these containers is basically liquid gold, and try to get every last drop. Now we want to remove the skin. Then once you remove the skin, you want to go ahead and just separate the bones from all the meat. So I've got some skin in this little bag and I've got all my discarded bones, and I didn't quite use all 2 chickens because I only need 3 cups shredded, and I think by the time I shred this up, this is probably going to be more than enough chicken. Now cover your chicken with foil. We want to keep it moist until we're ready to use it. Now come on over to the stove top and either use a pot or a Dutch oven like this and heat your pot up and drizzle just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. Now drop your skin in. Ooh, I love the sizzle. Since the skin is so delicious and has so much flavor, we pan fry it in here and just give it a little bit of time to extract its flavors into the olive oil. Okay, it's been just a few minutes. And so now we're just going to discard the skin. Pour a little wine in to release the little brown bits. You can keep some or take some away. Pouring all your vegetables on in. So now we're going to let this saute for about 10 minutes. We want our vegetables to become soft. And as they're cooking, we've got this flavorful oil in here, but we don't want it to brown. So keep your temperature at medium. We're going to go shred the chicken, but we'll keep our eye on the skillet here. And every now and then we'll just give it a stir. Here's another tip. Use your stand mixer to shred your chicken. Use this paddle attachment. Okay, now just do this for about 20 seconds. I put my pieces in really large, so I'm just going to toss it around and do this a few times, but just for almost like a pulse, just till it shreds. There we go. Now cover it again, seal in that moisture. This is looking beautifully. Now I'm going to add in the chopped garlic, and I'm going to just saute this here until it smells amazing. Toss in a 1/3 cup of flour and just stir until it's combined. This is what's going to make that thick and creamy and velvety. It's this flour that does the trick. Slowly pour in that chicken broth and keep stirring. Have your temperature at medium high. And you see now this sauce is getting so nice and beautiful and thick. I just love the color. And now for that liquid gold moment, these chicken juices that we saved, let's pour them in and stir this up. Add in a 1/3 cup wine for a depth of flavor, a pinch of sugar, 2 bay leaves, 6 peppercorns, a teaspoon of Italian seasonings, a teaspoon of thyme, some salt, a little pepper. Give it another stir. Now pump up the temperature and let's bring this to a boil. Now once it gets to a boil, lower your temperature and keep it simmering. Keep it simmering for about 20 to 25 minutes. And here's a secret. Your house, it's gonna smell heavenly. While the soup is simmering, let's whip up these dumplings. We need 1 1/3 cup of flour. I'm gonna put all this in a bowl. And 2 tablespoons baking soda, 3/4 of a teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon pepper. And we're just gonna whisk this up. Now in a smaller bowl, mix together 2/3 cup, half and half. I mean, you can use milk, but I always have half and half on hand because of my coffee and I just love it. Then 1 tablespoon of melted butter. Stir this together. Add to your flour mixture. And now you're just gonna stir this until it's blended. Now the dough is sticky and just try to make sure that you just get all the flour worked in. Now on a parchment lined tray, just drop little spoonfuls of this sticky dough on here. And you should get, depending on how big you make them, you should get anywhere between 12 and 16 of them. I actually got 22 dumplings because I made them kind of small. It's important to let them sit here for at least 15 minutes because it helps them puff up perfectly when we drop them into the broth. Okay, it's time to bring this all together. Remove the 2 bay leaves. Add all your shredded chicken. And now bring this back to a boil. Now carefully drop your dumplings in 1 at a time. And now cover the lid here. Let it simmer for 16 minutes. So you've got to set your timer and you can't peek. You can't peek. You can't let any air in there. So this is like you've got to set your timer. 16 minutes. Okay, let's take a peek at these. Ooh, look at this. And now add in a 1/3 cup of cream. Look at these gorgeous dumplings. And toss in a little bit of parsley too. Fresh parsley, always fresh parsley. Rich, creamy broth. It's perfection. Oh wow, who doesn't need a little comfort food in their life? Oh, so cozy. It's so flavorful. This chicken and dumplings, it's so easy, it's so great. And if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more great recipes. And until next week, y'all, bon appetit.